been performed, and India have won this convincingly, and all of us are happy to be proven wrong.
Wrong in this case, yeah.
Very proudly, Shane said, I've
All
got
of
my
us?
170 right.
Oh, 170 was spot on.
And
This was.
I'm getting my England also. I'm backing England.
I got a little cocky. What can I say?
As expected.
Of course.
As expected.
But
3-0 you guys were predicting.
we people throughout the year for 12 months, we people keep debating on this Indian batting. This player is not performing. He is performing. He should be in. He should be out. But the bowlers, they take the cake.
They
Every
deliver
time.
consistently.
In fact, whatever said and done, I think last match, the first match also, if we see, England actually they started favourites. For us, everybody thought that England are favourites. Of course, they're playing in their home conditions, and also their prowess in this particular format. Today also, they scored just 170. India scored 170, which is actually a modest score. But still, you won this match so very comprehensively. Why?
Bowlers.
Particularly Bhuvi and
Bhuvi,
Bumrah.
Bhuvi and Bumrah, of course.
And Jasprit Bumrah, though, we all know. We discussed it briefly in the mid innings that just 4 or 5 months ago, or even 2 months ago, 1 month ago, people here only would say,
Bhuvi was actually fighting for his place.
yes,
Bhuvi was fighting for his place in
Bhuvi.
South Africa.
And
Remember,
you
people
never
said
know, not
no.
just maybe in the not in the 11, but maybe in the squad. Actually, Bhuvi was.
Remember, we did one thing, and I will pull out that video. We asked all of us to pick up 5 pacers.
I picked Bhuvi.
I also picked Bhuvi.
I think I picked Bhuvi. I hope I picked Bhuvi now.
No, but why did we pick Bhuvi?
Because
Experience,
big match pedigree. Simple as.
And experience.
and he was showing signs that he is getting back into form.
Yes.
And again, I go. IPL he showed bit of form, but his actual comeback
Yes.
started in the series before that, where Rohit Sharma gave full confidence to him,
Exactly.
backed him.
You'll have to give credit to the team management and the selectors.
Whether it is Rahul Dravid or Rohit Sharma, whoever, backing
You'll have
Bhuvi.
to give credit to all the four selectors
Yes.
and the team management.
True.
Yes, 4 selectors picked him, but I give more credit to coach
The team
and captain,
absolutely.
because they played him despite the fact that some games he didn't have outstanding performances. They backed him, and Bhuvi Kumar is now looking back at his best.
I just hope he doesn't get injured now.
Yeah.
That's the.
Why do you have to say such things?
No, that's what I'm saying. I pray that he doesn't get injured. Is that fine?
No, if you mention, then it's like that incoming.
Then it's like
loading.
you're putting it out in the universe.
No. Yeah, and also
I'll
like
tell you-
incoming loading.
No, I'll tell
it's
you why.
incoming loading.
That
thing has not come till
that
now.
you cannot take that experience away from Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
Yes.
Just that whenever he gets injured, he takes a bit of time to get into the groove. He will come back strongly. That's not an issue. He will be back to his original best.
Yeah.
But the moment he gets injured, he's coming after an injury layoff. He takes time
To get
and
going,
now
yeah.
that he is in such brilliant rhythm. It is actually a treat to watch his bowling. The way
Yeah.
he tests he tests the batsman. It is very similar to Jimmy Anderson. To be very honest, Jimmy Anderson
Yeah.
in test matches, it seems as because he is playing he creates doubts in the minds of the batsmen. Joss Butler today, I thought he was.
Joss Butler is Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's bunny.
Bunny.
Yeah.
5 times he's got it.
He's a banna.
5 times.
Banna of Bhuvi.
Why banna?
What is banna?
I don't know. Banna is with respect in Rajasthan they say. I don't know what is banna. Bunny.
Huh?
दूल्हा.
दूल्हा दूल्हा बना के घोड़ी पे
Banna
चढ़
in
के
Rajasthan is like someone from the royal family or the Banna.
Oh. I know
With
what
respect.
Banna. I know Dinesh Banna.
Yeah,
Actually,
Banna.
he is Dinesh Bana.
Banna, yeah.
But
yeah, the Banna is it's a Rajasthani term. Anyway, before we go further, let's be very candid and accept that we predicted an England win in the first T20I,
Yes.
and we predicted an England win in the second T20I,
Yes.
and we predicted an England win even in the
third.
middle innings of this one because you thought India didn't get enough.
True.
And it was
And-
all based on England's batting, which has been firing all along.
And are we predicting a win in third match also
No,
for
that
England?
is a later thing. But I'm saying because people are going to say, "Na, you guys predicted."
Yes.
So I am candid enough to accept. I predicted 3-0 in England's favour, primarily because the England batting was so much more superior. I think the game changer, and I'm happy to be proven wrong. And none of us are,
Infallible, let's say.
not infallible. We don't have crystal balls with us. We cannot predict what's going to happen in the future. We just take a call based on how teams have been performing in various formats against various teams. So, and based on that, we take a call. And we're happy to be proven wrong with the Indian team is doing well. At the end of the day, we want India to win, right?
Exactly.
So they're doing fantastically well. But I think what we did not account for was such outstanding performance by our bowlers. Bhuvi Kumar we knew will get back into form, but this kind of form, outstanding. And I think the revelation has been Hardik Pandya, by the way. Absolute revelation with the ball. Huh? He's just been too good. So all of this put together is making India look good. But to our defense, I'll only say that when we were picking England to win 3-0 or them being favourite, we expected a better bowling lineup from their side to be fielded. Though today, the
I think their bowling,
Gleeson,
their bowling did well.
did
Gleeson got 3, Jordan got
today.
4.
What I'm saying, overall, wasn't the best bowling, and they got Willie in. So
And you can very well imagine the amount of runs the other bowlers gave away. Jordan and Gleeson. Gleeson bowled, I think.
Can we check the scorecard?
He ended up with
3 for 8 or something.
I think 15 runs. I think he gave away 15 runs in his in his 4 overs, and I think Jordan must have given 24-26.
But the others really got tonked.
Yeah.
Okay, go to the super chats because we got a lot of them. Let's address them one by one. We start with Prince, who says Rohit the captain is in a different league. Petition to have non-playing captain even if he is unfit. That will not happen.
14th.
This isn't the Davis Cup, to be fair.
Yes.
14th win.
And I don't think he's reached the stage where he can even be mentor if he's unfit.
Not there
like
yet.
MSD went. But Rohit the captain is very good. We all knew that. You don't need to see this game. You knew
5
it all
IPL
along.
titles.
No, you knew it all along. By the way, today some calls from him outstanding. That slower ball that Hardik bowled was Rohit Sharma told Hardik bowl that slower one. Moeen Ali was looking dangerous, gets out. His DRS calls have been outstanding. Give or take a few.
Yeah, just one bad call, but that was it.
Usually he's been very good. His planning keeps a slip. Today, I liked the aggressive captaincy where he was calling the field in when the tailenders were batting, even though he didn't have to take that risk. So I mean that he's a good captain, nobody had a doubt. And
he's in control of the proceedings.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that actually the way he was directing the entire show or his players, I thought that is the reason why we always say that a senior pro, somebody who's played cricket for that amount of time, and also who's a senior player in that team, he actually commands not just, I'm not talking about just respect, but the authority also. Even I think there was a DRS call that he took. Even Bumrah wasn't sure. That Bumrah said no, let's not take it. It was a bit too high, but he went for it. That could also be one of the reasons why, because they had already lost half their side of four
No,
wickets.
this is early in the match when Bumrah was bowling.
No, I think this was his second over or second spell, because
second over. It was early on because the ball.
but second over is his second spell.
That's
Bumrah's
also true.
second spell was second over. So if I'm not wrong, but he said no, let's take it. Not because of maybe it was the situation demanded, but also he asked the square leg
Exactly.
fielder.
He said, how high was it?
How high was it? So he said you can take the DRS. Bumrah wasn't, so he went for it.
Yeah.
So he otherwise. A Rishabh Pant, had it been a Rishabh Pant in that, had Rishabh Pant been the captain, or a KL Rahul,
or a
maybe
Virat Kohli.
Virat.
No, Virat's
Virat
DRS
would have
record
taken
was really bad. So
Virat would have taken
in all
it. That's
fairness.
Virat would have
because
taken it.
he would
Virat
have 100% taken it without thinking.
Virat also commands that authority.
He does, but he would have taken the DRS or every DRS.
But Rohit also too.
Yes. No, but Rohit sometimes says no also.
Yes.
Like he did
yes.
this time.
He can
His
overrule
DRS.
the decision taken by a bowler.
Yep. No, his captaincy is always spot on. Yeah. No doubt.
But
And by the way,
captain is as
apart
good
from
as his team.
T20, I beg to differ. Yes, the captain makes a huge difference. That's why you see in the IPL sometime a good captain can pull an average team up with some smart decisions. T20 makes a huge difference. Also, not just in the things that we pointed out as far as Rohit Sharma's captaincy tactically is concerned. You must also remember he's the one who's trying to bring about that change in the template also. That is also going to be giving credit
Leading
to
from
the
the
captain. So, and to bring that, he's playing like that as a leader. Now, if he himself was to play in a different template and tell everyone, hey, you guys have to attack and don't worry about your average, and he's not. He himself is playing like that. Though personally, I feel he should not play in that template and he should just tone down a bit because he's such a good batsman. He's such a good batsman who, like even if he defends 3-4 balls, he's got those sixes with which, yes, he can bring the strike rate back. Same glasses I can't afford such things. Very expensive. Yes, let's take the next question. Sarab Nagpal says, don't want to be a spoil sport, but just want to say 5 words. All hail soothsayer Mohammad Asif. Although he never predicted his own day's downfall, yes. So I think Sarab Nagpal, for those of you who don't know, are talking about Mohammad Asif's prediction some 3-4 years ago. That video went viral where he said that, and that time Virat was in the best
form of his life.
Yeah, best form of his life, where he had said that Virat's a bottom hand player, and once that hand-eye coordination drops even a slightest bit, he will find it very tough to score runs. And once his form goes or that hand-eye coordination goes, he will not be able to come back into form. So Mohammad Asif had said that long ago. That was just a tactical observation, and Sarab is pointing that out, that it was a good prediction.
It turned out shockingly accurate in hindsight.
I think a lot of people actually pointed that out. It's just that
he was just scoring at such a
lot of
level.
Only
people-
two, Kapil Paji and him.
But Kapil Paji never said it on record. did he?
No, I don't.
So that's why I'm saying
He said it on record.
a lot of people predicted that, but not a lot of people predicted it on record. Obviously, for
Only one day. So which
just
is why
for
people.
obvious reasons.
Yeah.
What is the obvious reason?
No, you won't say things like these on air or on
But
record.
now I hear a lot of people saying a lot
No,
of things.
that's
Now
We
his
have
form
made
is
a
poor,
package.
so-
What package did you make today?
success has many fathers. Failure has none.
Failure is an orphan.
Yeah, about people saying that maybe you should not be looking to get Virat Kohli into the team. The team was doing fine without him. Keep going with the current
Saying
template.
Former players don't say it. Today only we made a package of former players saying these.
3 former players, no less.
But
Fourth, if you add Ajit Jadeja, he said it in the pre.
Right. Yeah.
okay, anime fan, anime fan, maybe
What is that?
animation.
Anime is basically that Japanese cartoons.
Ah,
I shouldn't say that because they take offense to it. But summation animated films, which are based on their
yes,
mangas.
I know. Yeah.
Which are based on their mangas.
Mangas, yeah. Manga
So
comics.
those are animes, yes.
Anime fan. So, but I was reading
Manga is legendary. It's an art.
It's an art form.
his
Absolutely.
previous comment also. He said,
Ah.
This is the one. India used to win bilateral series before also.
But that's.
But we should keep focusing.
It's a valid point. I mean,
So it's saying don't get happy.
Don't just go.
Don't get over.
No, okay, but there's a difference, anime fan. There, India used to win a lot of bilateral series at home. White ball series still rare. Remember South Africa, you won and you celebrated also a few years ago when you won the first white ball series. So it's not easy. You are winning a white ball series abroad. So that's still a big thing. The reason we were picking England as favourite because you were playing in their condition. See, we said this. Sunny Bhai said that in the interview. He said that this series England start as favourite because you're playing in England. Had this series been in India, bilateral series, India would have started as favourite. Conditions matter now. So this is, you won a bilateral series overseas. That said, I do take his point.
Yeah,
Don't get excited about bilateral series. I should be on the World Cup. But you cannot also say,
Ignore also.
let me start losing bilateral series and only the World Cup.
Yeah,
can't
you
do
have.
that.
It's a step-by-step process.
Yes. Yes.
And bilateral. Maybe India had a better preparation for this series compared to the test one, the lone test.
Yeah, because majority players
Were
have been playing white ball.
Exactly.
That's true.
And India
They were playing
came into the series after a 2-0 win over Ireland.
Exactly. Then
Two all
over South
South
Africa.
Africa.
Yeah.
Could have been 3-2.
Yeah.
So actually, they're coming off the back of
3-2 again. You are saying 3-2 South Africa would have won.
You said that. I said India.
You said 4-1 South Africa.
You said that. I said 3-2 India. Please check that. You said 4-1 South Africa. I had picked 3-2 India, which it would have been had it not rained. Come on. Now, let's take a few. Okay, comments. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is saying when the ball.
No, we're not reading comments. We're reading quotes here.
I
Yes.
thought Bhuvi is.
No, Bhuvi is saying.
No, he's still there.
So Rohit Sharma says we know how good they are as a team, not just in England but everywhere they go. When you win games, there is confidence, and it is important for the boys to feel good. I really wanted to see how we perform after a team and challenge us as a group. Brilliant knock under pressure. We wanted some.
He's talking about Jadeja here.
Yeah, it's Jadeja has scored 100. Nothing great. We need to keep ticking the boxes and move forward. Yeah.
Great.
No mention of the word process.
Process.
What sort of a
Ticking the boxes is quite. We want to tick all the boxes.
He's just taken the term and
Different
reached it.
No,
Tick all the boxes.
now I think no press conference is complete without that word process.
The one who says it the most now.
Please go to comments.
Finish up.
Bumrah. You remember that when Bumrah?
Yeah.
The test one. Oh man, you could have had a game of sorts.
Mustafa Ismail
back.
from Canada. Eid Mubarak, Mustafa.
Oh, Eid Mubarak to you too, Mustafa.
And
Send us
your
some nice,
family, friends, everybody. Eid Mubarak to the Sports Today family. My favorite YouTube channel for sports analysis.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mustafa. Your thoughts on Rohit's captaincy? Can you pinpoint particular aspects of his tactics that you guys enjoyed? Keep up the great work. That's it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Mustafa.
Too
So
great.
nice of him, yeah.
Mustafa, next time I'll give you my personal account number.
UPI.
It's such an individualistic.
No, I-
We are
Hamara bhi le lo.
team members.
I can't.
No, but he's sending love to all of us.
He's
Just
sending
love the message.
with
yourself.
some Canadian dollars.
Yes, but instead you should say that Mustafa, when I come to Canada,
You spend more.
no, you meet me. Go and meet him.
Surely.
Come on, yeah.
I'll treat you if and when I come to Canada.
So, but now at least answer his question. What is his question?
He's saying your thoughts on Rohit's captaincy.
Amazing.
Yeah, we've already mentioned.
But
Mustafa.
I'll answer the second part where he says that can you pinpoint particular aspects of his tactics? What I enjoy when watching Rohit the skipper is he's very proactive. He'll not wait for the situation to demand a change. He'll anticipate that more often than not, and he'll then influence that change. And in white ball cricket, especially T20I is very important. You can't wait. One of Kohli's biggest failings for me as a captain when I would watch is that too often he would be reacting to situations. If you're reacting to a situation in a
Need to act.
20 over match, already that's half the game lost.
It's like a chessboard. You need to anticipate
Exactly.
T20, and you have to be.
And that's where Rohit is
step
a
ahead of-
genius in that regard
Yeah.
when it comes to anticipating.
And to me, as I said earlier also, he's in control of the things, and also this is, I'm not saying authoritative in a negative connotation, don't take it as a negative point here, but I think he is pretty authoritative in terms of what he does and what he asks and the way he asks his players to do.
Yeah.
Dhoni used to be like this.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Dhoni would be, at times we've heard what Dhoni usually.
He would lose his cool sometimes
Yes.
standing behind the stumps.
And we've seen.
Tactical aspects we've pointed out earlier in the program. It's just be repetition of what we've said. So you could go back and Mustafa and check out. And once again, thanks for all the love. He's wished Eid Mubarak.
Yeah,
Mubarak
we-
to you as well. Okay, I missed it. Selva D.
Yeah, it
Singh.
doesn't seem like that.
Shami won't be part of the World Cup because he didn't take a single white ball match played came after the World Cup. So I hope 3 pacers for World Cup are Bhuvi, Bumrah, Harshal. They are.
Seem to be heading towards that
Though
direction.
I still don't believe
Never
that that's
know.
the right call.
Never say never in Indian cricket.
I agree, but I'm saying I still feel it's a right call. Why won't you have Shami, who's your best white ball bowler with the new ball, power play, brings you so many wickets? Why not have him?
That's why I'm saying. That's why.
Whether whichever is your combination of 11 is another matter.
Yeah.
But he should be part of that squad. Why he wouldn't be there?
Maybe you have to see how Bumrah bowls in the death now. He's improving. He's improving every day. He's doing well. Maybe Shami. You won't want to have Shami and Bumrah bowling at the death if they are not bowling well. So you would want to have Harshal Patel or an Arshdeep or who's the other choice? Avesh bowling at the death maybe.
Arshdeep, I mean, in one match he played, he did very well. 2 for 18. Unfortunately, not in the squad for the.
No, he'll play a lot of white ball games.
Yeah, he will.
He will play in the West Indies. All of these guys are not going to go. Let's come to 2 points I wanted to talk about. One is the template, the Indian team's template. This is a risky template. It worked out today at 170.
Worked for England for majority of.
So you would like them to continue, India to continue with this template?
I think if you've committed to it now, go the whole hog.
So it's a high risk template because at 170, if your bowlers aren't firing more often than not, just lose a match.
True.
But yeah, okay, fine. And I'd like to see how this goes. So let's see. But this one thing is for sure, it's now certain that India will play a different brand of T20 cricket, which before this Rohit Sharma was talking about. Now we're getting to see it also. But if you want this brand of cricket, be prepared for a few very disappointing days where you may want to curse your team. But then have patience.
I mean, we've seen it happen with England. They also went through a few poor losses when in the teething phases. But if you accept and you go the whole hog, I think eventually it'll just become second nature to them.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a few super chats since there are a lot. Nishant, is England playing with their full strength? Especially, are these English bowlers going to the World Cup? And what about Bairstow and Stokes? No, Nishant, England's not playing their full strength.
Yeah, their bowling especially has looked a little.
Stokes will be back. Johnny Bairstow will be back. Mark Wood isn't there. Chris Wokes isn't there. So you.
Archer won't be back.
Archer won't be back.
No, Archer won't be back. I'm saying Mark Wood and Chris Wokes should be back hopefully in times to come. And then you'll have Ben Stokes, which you've yourself pointed out, Nishant, and then Johnny Bairstow.
It's not like they don't.
Is he part of your?
Is he the best?
I thought Liam Livingston looked better bowling as part-time leg spin, to be honest. It says a lot.
Moeen, by the way, is a good option.
Yeah, of course.
Please tell us about Parkinson. Is he best bowling?
Oh, is he the best leg spinner or best bowler in his county?
We need to do some
Or
research.
the club?
He's playing for England.
But for that matter, I was impressed with what's his name? Gleeson, was it?
Gleeson is good.
Yeah.
Making his debut at 34 years of age.
He turned pro at 27. So
What was he doing before that?
I think
Chilling.
Spending time with Parkinson? Chilling with Parkinson?
probably playing village cricket.
He's good, he got some pace, 90 miles.
Yeah, pace and
90
that bounce.
miles, ball coming
Pace,
in.
bounce, and
By the way, I remember a quote Gleeson, they had asked before the series that you're going to be you might get a chance to play against the best batsmen in Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant.
He got all three of them.
He got all three of them, and his answer at that time was like, they're also humans. So I'll bowl according to my plans. So good on you, mate.
Actually,
Well done. Next question, Shivam. Subek Singh says, with Bhuvi back in the groove and Bumrah being amazing as usual, someone needs to make space for Arshdeep now, considering Australian pitches. Don't be too sure, by the way. You're also getting too excited by watching one match of Arshdeep. We are also excited. You'll get to see a lot of Arshdeep going forward. Maybe in the one days against England, you might get to see a lot of it in West Indies. So we'll see. And then this question is best answered when you've seen a lot of bowlers.
yeah.
So enough of Bhuvi, enough of Bumrah, enough of Harshal, enough of Avesh, and enough of Arshdeep, and Umran. Let's not forget that. So
Yeah.
all of them are going to be, putting their cases forward. I think once we've taken everyone into account, then maybe 2 months from now,
Bowling isn't
We'll
a
be
problem,
able
to
to-
be very honest.
Oh.
Bowling isn't a problem for
It's-
India as of now.
In fact, they have a problem of plenty in the
Yes.
bowling department.
And usually, in T20, especially when Virat used to be the captain, India would always, normally what sides usually do, they tend to chase after winning the toss. Maybe this Indian team is different. Why? Maybe they can defend totals, irrespective of whether you score 250, 200, 170, 160. Maybe you've got a
A
bowling
very, very
attack
powerful bowling
Yes.
unit that can defend any total.
and in any condition.
true. Next one, please. Hariharan Vishwanathan from the US of A.
Any relation to
Don't think so.
Siddharth?
No,
No, VW is the only.
the spelling is different.
Exactly.
So what? People.
He's Viswanathan, he's Vishwanathan.
To be fair, Vishwanathan Anand, whose related term is also spelled that way only. There's no H.
Ah. No, but Hariharan had asked a question earlier and we had asked.
We asked this exact same question back then
No,
also. So
No relation.
With Vishwanathan Anand?
Same it'll
same Vishwanathan Anand, Siddharth Vishwanathan, all same family tree, I'm not even saying they're literally from the same family tree. So
Okay, back to the question. Let Virat go to domestic cricket, Hariharan is saying, get his form and earn his place in international cricket. So international cricket is not a practice lab for players to get their form. Both Michael Vaughan and Kapil said yesterday it's good for Virat to sit out.
True.
So, okay, let me just tell you one thing. I do not agree with your bit of the comment where you're saying international cricket is not a practice lab for players to get their form, in the sense that, see, we are talking about Virat Kohli, arguably the greatest player of his generation, right? Yes, he's not been going through a good phase, and I agree with you that nobody's place is guaranteed. It's not their birthright. But with bigger players and players as big as Virat Kohli, you have to be a bit more patient. You want to give them a longer rope. I tell you why. It's not because of the reputation. It's because of what they have done. You've seen it with your own eyes. We've experienced it. We've experienced matches where everything was lost and he's come out and scored. So that ability is there. He has the capability, he can do it. What happens when you go with a youngster? You are just assuming, looking at the potential that this guy can do it, vis-a-vis a Virat who has done it. So there's a big difference between someone having done it and someone you expect can do it. So you would want to wait as long as possible for Virat, but as we have said, that maybe
the rope is getting shorter.
Yes, it is getting shorter. Maybe it's towards the last part.
But Hariharan, you also have to tell us which format should he play in the domestic cricket. Unfortunately, at this point in time,
Maybe
he's
he
struggling
means
in
all.
tests.
Maybe he means all format. Play Ranji Trophy, Syed Mushtaq Ali, Vijay Hazare.
Huh?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't. Hey, see, to get by the way, for players like him, it's a question of one big knock. Okay, so I'll just throw that question back at you. Assuming he doesn't get the run in the next T20I, but we know he'll play the ODIs for sure, and he gets 2 big knocks in the ODI. Will we not consider those knocks and say that yes, he's getting back into groove, and then that will allow him to play in one day 2 big knocks he plays? Then
Which
that
he can.
Yes. So then format doesn't matter, no?
Unfortunately, in Virat's case, I think, because if Virat has to get his form back, ODIs are the best format for him.
That's what I'm saying.
To get it.
So you are asking which format in domestic? Play anything, you get runs. That will be an indication you're getting back into the groove, and then you can come back and score in any format. You can play any format in domestic.
Maybe
Point is to get runs.
Maybe if he is if he lacks confidence, then he can just so if I understand you correctly, so he can get his confidence back from domestic cricket. No. The gentleman there, Hariharan, is saying you should play domestic cricket. You asked which format. I'm saying how does the format but he's struggling
matter?
in every format.
Yeah, I'm saying how does it matter? Any format he gets runs, that will give him confidence. No? Any format he plays domestic cricket.
Okay, so whichever tournament comes first, as in if it is say late end of the year he can play, or start of the year he can play Saeed Mushtaq, whatever comes first.
But how will he play domestic cricket? Because right now he wants rest from international cricket. Some series he wants rest now. So basically he's looking for rest from international. Then it will be a bit awkward now that he's asking for rest from international and then playing domestic. So man needs rest means he needs rest. And domestic cricket will not allow him to get that rest.
Maybe he would have spoken to his teammates, everybody would have said, we are taking rest. So he would have thought,
I should also take.
I should also. All the senior players are taking rest. Why can't I should also take rest?
No, I think he doesn't have to go to domestic cricket now because he is playing international cricket. Then you all know he gets his form. In the worst case scenario, if it reaches the stage where, let's say, as Shane said, the rope is getting shorter and he reaches the end of the rope where he is then not picked for the Indian team in one format or whatever. If let's say it's T20, then while India is playing T20, he'll have a long gap and he wants to get back into form. He can play any sort of cricket, and I think there is no harm. A cricketer, I'll give you an example. Saurav Ganguly was, dropped from the team. I remember he was playing smaller tournaments, JP Atre and all that. Forget that. I remember I played a club match here in Delhi. Shoaib Malik played that game. This is when he was dropped from the Pakistan team and he was staying in India. He was playing regular club cricket. So there was a gentleman who would organize tournaments where we would play. So he had a team of his own which would play. And then one match we were playing, Shoaib Malik was playing. Why? Because he was saying
Did he make a comeback after that? Oh yeah, he
made many comebacks.
And by the way, I'm just talking about one. Then later when I spoke to him at that game, he was saying he was continuously playing. He's saying, see, he was not getting
match time.
Yeah, he was not getting match time. He says, I've come here, and because he was not eligible to play any domestic cricket here at that time, so he's like, and he was staying here, and he's playing any cricket, whatever time you get to play,
basically keeping yourself in the groove. Exactly.
You get runs. Just kept him in that. It didn't make him rusty. The batting is like that.
Unfortunately, the players who played with me never played again.
That's why you were not called.
Seriously, a lot of players actually they played. They
That's
just
why-
wanted to have some game
That's why
time.
we did not call you.
Their game got over.
No more game time.
No, then there are examples of.
Don't want to take them.
No, so like there was Saurav Ganguly. I gave example of Shoaib Malik was playing here. There have been other players who have gone out and played
a lot of players,
local cricket, whatever, and they found form. So
these guys, Rishabh Pant, everybody, they would play club, here in Gurgaon.
but I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. I think right now he's not reached the stage where he's up. We're talking about players who were let go of by their teams. And then they went and played because they were not getting game time.
Yeah, he has not been dropped.
Yes, in Virat's case,
So
he's getting
far.
game time.
So
That he's not scoring runs is another thing. He's getting game time.
Yeah, he's getting. But is he?
Game time he's getting.
He
Game-
played just 3 balls today.
No, but,
Yeah, but he's
Papa,
getting
game
the-
time means you're getting the game to play.
that he
Whether you
played-
played 3 balls there or 300, it's up to you.
that word, if he played 3 balls, that's not the fault of the selectors.
Yeah, the best thing that they can do is give him game time. Na? So they're giving him game time.
He got game time.
He has to get the crease time.
That's on him.
Yes.
That's on him.
That is up to you.
That's what he's not getting.
Yes. Ayush Gupta is saying, hi guys, really appreciate your work here at Sports Today. My question is that, is backing Karthik wrong? Just heard this from your colleagues. Well, I don't see, again, by the way, memories are so short. After the South Africa series, we were all hailing Karthik.
IPL, never mind South Africa series.
No, I'm talking, after IPL was South Africa. Na? So I'm
after
even taking you
IPL,
closer.
and then that just
Till
carried
that
on.
time, he was the replacement for Pant. Many people said, no,
Us included. We
yeah.
all said that.
And now 2 games he's not got runs, and now suddenly we should.
It's
not-
like, oh, drop him.
Yeah.
Again, this is.
Ajay, former Pakistan captain Salman Butt.
Salman Butt is here.
Oh, man.
He is saying, how much money
Are you
did
given
you give to BCCI
For Panthers.
to play Pant as an opener?
play Pant as an opener, and you have destroyed Virat Kohli as captain? God will see you.
We'll see
what
all that
you've
you've done
done
against
Virat. But Pakistan के match में Shaheen out, Huda.
Shaheen will
Shaheen
get
will
Huda
get
out for
zero
a
out
duck.
for zero.
He'll get Huda out for a duck.
For a duck.
But
Basically, he's saying
what
you
if
guys are
Shaheen
duck.
gets injured before that?
Shaheen got smashed for a 6 by Cheteshwar Pujara in a county match. So relax. But I'm just going back to what he's saying.
But you need to tell me.
I'll answer everything.
Is
So
this-
let's start. How much money are you giving to BCCI?
Is this
Firstly,
where
I wish.
all that super chat money is going?
No, let me answer. Firstly, I wish.
Are you paying that money to Ikpreet Singh's next question? The fifth selector?
Yeah, 1 second. 1 second.
Fifth selector?
1 second. 1 second. You are saying the 100 rupees, 50 rupees, $10 in super chat.
We're paying to the
We are paid
BCCI.
to the BCCI, and BCCI, who's selling IPL media rights for
For
48,000 crores, will be happy with my 48 rupees that I have to offer from $48
And
from
imagine-
super chat.
imagine-
What kind of a comparison are you
And
doing?
imagine after paying so much money, this man didn't know
That
that
Pant will
today
open.
Rishabh Pant will open with Rohit.
Yes, yes.
We were all saying Virat.
Yes.
We see, oh, Pant
He
is
thought
open.
that Virat will open with Rohit.
So, Mr. Salman Butt, let me answer. First thing, I wish I had that kind of money that would
Because
please the
never fixed
BCCI.
matches.
So I never did. The only thing that we did on Sports Today is that we advocated that Pant should open, and then Sunny Gavaskar on our platform said that that's a good idea, he should open. We only said it for the benefit of the Indian cricket team. We thought that's a good idea, and as you saw today, he batted pretty well. I think he'll get a extended run, and if the experiment doesn't work, then it's another matter. But experiment, if it works, then great for the Indian team now. So that's the first thing. Second, he says you guys destroyed VK. I wish we had the kind of powers that you think we have, and I can't understand how is it that we have destroyed VK. I cannot remember even one time criticizing Virat Kohli, honestly. I cannot remember one time. Please take out a clip and tell me that I have criticized. The only time that I have come and said anything on Virat, and that has only happened lately, is I gave an information as a journalist that what I'm getting to hear is the people, again I'm repeating for the 100th time, that people in the BCCI who are in the decision making capacity, I'm getting to hear, that's my job, right, to find out what is happening. So I just said they are thinking of dropping Virat Kohli if he does not perform in the next few matches. I gave that information. Is that being against him or pro him? I don't think so. I'm not giving an opinion. This is not my opinion. I'm giving you a piece of news, a piece of information that I've gotten to know. If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it. You tune into somebody else or whoever tells you. Plus, I don't think I have criticized. In fact, only time you will find us saying is that he's not in good form, and maybe this is the game where he'll get runs. And we want him to get runs. In fact, you go back into past videos during the IPL, we said no matter what happens, he will go to the T20 World Cup. That was our opinion. But now there is a school of thought within the top management that no, he's not guaranteed of a spot, and we want to judge him. Well, I'm just giving that information. So how I have destroyed him, I don't know. And the third is his own prediction that Huda will go and
Shaheen
will get him out for zero, but that's his prediction. I can't say much. One super chat.
And he is himself predicting that Huda will play ahead of Virat Kohli.
So that's that, Salman.
And two emojis also.
Yes, sorry, Shivam.
सलमान भाई अगर हमको इतना पैसा होता कि हम बीसीसीआई को देते तो हम भी दिनेश कार्तिक वाला चश्मा नहीं खरीद लेते पीछे इतना
Good point. He is saying, if you didn't hear him, that if he had the money to pay BCCI to get Pant as an opener, then I would have bought the chashmas that I saw with Rahul Rawat.
We wouldn't be discussing
Rahul Rawat said, buy it. I said, I can't afford, it's too expensive. Middle class
mentality.
No way. Otherwise, I would have bought it. The reason I didn't buy, I said I need it for my cricket matches. And in a cricket match, if I take such expensive glasses, most likely I'll break them or I'll forget them at the ground.
this one
We just passed it. Passed.
Those are the ones. Okay.
What if you keep it on your hat or something? You bend down, it's gone.
I definitely either lose them on the ground or break them. So that will break my heart.
No, I've heard even in our matches.
But can help you with
I can have 5-6 good meals instead of that. I enjoy experiences more.
And
go out with friends, eat some nice food.
You're talking about losing
Some
glasses,
few
and
drinks.
during our sports talk matches also there were people losing their glasses in the ground.
People have lost their t-shirts that they were wearing. Glasses players are Altogether a different couple.
That is true.
Imagine people have lost
two
their
t-shirts.
t-shirts that they were wearing, and after the match they were saying, "Yeah, where did I lose my t-shirt that I was wearing?"
No, not even one, two t-shirts, same
Two
night.
t-shirts. Imagine. Anyways, that happens.
So Salman, we don't have that much powers that you think we do. We're just ordinary folks, just doing our jobs. Okay, Sanyam Singh
Is
right?
asking
Sanyam
for.
Singh is a very
He's saying, hi, I'm a big Novak Djokovic fan. That's amazing. Who are you going to be supporting in tomorrow's Wimbledon final? Do prediction from the whole Sports Today team as well. Go for it, Shane.
Novak is an obvious prediction, but I want Kyrgios to win.
Okay.
I'll
For
back
the Gales?
I'll back the underdog,
The
but
bad boy.
the bad boy of world tennis, and although it'll be very difficult.
Unlikely.
So basically,
Unless he gets on his nerves.
do you know the stats? They met twice before, and both times Kyrgios has beaten Novak Djokovic. It's 2-0 in favor of
Oh, man.
Kyrgios on hard courts.
In Grand Slam?
Nah.
Don't know. No, it's not on Grand Slam.
You know, these
so
players-
I'm just giving you stats. And both matches came on hard court. This is grass.
Stats are like
Mini skirts. So 2-0. By the way, forget that. And this is in the words of Novak Djokovic. I heard his post-match when he won the semis. He said, "It'll be an interesting match, though I have never even won a set of him."
But we all know that these players,
Yes.
you know,
Right.
Federer's,
The big
Djokovic,
yes.
Nadal's,
The
they're-
big but is that even I'll pick Djokovic because big match temperament, big
But
game.
would you want to see Nick Kyrgios?
Of course, who doesn't like a good
last
underdog
time winner,
story?
why not? I'd like to, but I think it'll be Djoko's slam. I mean, I'd say 70-30.
So it'll be like
In Djoko's favor.
It'll be
90-10
like
Djoko.
it'll be like all of us saying that England are favorites, but eventually what happens?
Yeah, India can win.
So
Jeetega
Djokovic is
India.
favorite.
And then Kyrgios
Kyrgios.
wins.
Maybe.
But you know what? I'm looking forward to in tomorrow's match. How is the crowd going to react? Because they're not big fans of either of these guys. Djokovic has gotten booed plenty in Wimbledon.
But I think between Kyrgios and
Kyrgios was spitting on fans, yeah. Come on.
between Kyrgios and Djoko.
But to be fair, it's the spitter versus anti-vaxxer. You know where they went
Yeah.
for. Yeah. Well done, Amit.
Again, pink shirt you are wearing. Rahul Anand is asking, is it for Butler again? And again, Butler is
Again for Yuzi chair.
easy.
Easy.
Picked 2 wickets. Dropped a very difficult
Easy.
chance.
That was an easy one. Did you see? He lost the ball.
He looked
was just
comfortable,
there.
then
He
got
was
lost.
Here,
It was
here.
way too high.
Come on, at
Although-
this level, yeah.
No, I
Come
understand you're a professional player. We expect, they are expected to take these catches anyways.
on. Yeah. Go down, bottom. Okay. Just stop somewhere. But this guy is a naughty one. This guy is a naughty one. He's the one who should talk about.
He's a loose cannon.
Mr. Neck Problems is back.
You never know
What
which
he's up
day
to.
he'll fire at.
In which direction?
I saw the name. I was like, because you may say something now and then keep that in mind and come up with another. Okay. Andrew Singh, you made us laugh a lot.
So thank you for that.
It could be your turn tomorrow. In the past, it has happened, I think.
Yeah, when the same joke he's cracked on me after he cracked on me.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, the
Today.
neck pain. Today he was Nitish Sharma is asking if Pant opens in T20, where does Rahul play? Secondly, God forbid if VK doesn't perform in this series, is it possible for India to go to World Cup without VK, and will team go for his experience from World Cup? Nitish Sharma. Okay, first answer. What do you think? Let's answer the second bit. If VK doesn't perform in this series, is it possible for India to go without him to the World Cup?
Based on what we're hearing, yes.
Possible, yes, there is a possibility. There is a
Likely?
possibility. No, there is a possibility. It can happen, it cannot happen.
Yeah, what does that answer here? Would you?
No, but I have already said I will be surprised if Virat doesn't make it to that T20 World Cup squad.
Even if he does not get runs here.
I haven't spoken to anybody. I tried
No,
to
I'm asking you. Just what do you think? Even if he doesn't get runs here, he still goes.
at least
That's what you think.
Today, if you ask me, yes, he is going.
I think he's being judged. He's being looked at closely. It may not just be this series. There is no deadline as such, but close look when I'm saying maybe this series. We don't know whether he goes to the West Indies or not. If he does go for those 5 T20s, maybe that also they'll look at. So with those many games, maybe after that they take a call. But all I'm telling you is information that he's not guaranteed a spot at the T20 World Cup. He needs to start firing, and then he does. Okay, now to his first part of the question: if Pant opens in T20, where does Rahul play? Well, you can always play Rahul at in the middle order, depending.
KL Rahul will open.
No, let's say if the Pant experiment really works out, then you can play KL Rahul in the middle order.
KL Rahul has been doing.
He's batted middle order.
No, I think that is only and only for ODIs, because I remember.
No, I also remember it was for ODIs. Yes. But he is that kind of batsman who can bat in the middle.
But where?
Whatever number. See, again, depends now who your 3, 4 is. If Virat is part of the plans or not. As I said, there are too many things that you have to take into account. So there will be. Maybe DK doesn't make it and then Pant captain,
yes.
So that opens up a spot.
Or maybe KL Rahul, maybe DK is also not there, Pant is also not there, and KL Rahul is opening and keeping wickets
but
also.
Miraculously.
Again, that will all depend on KL Rahul's fitness.
No, unless somebody gets injured.
Nigel.
No, injured. Everybody would want to play the World Cup.
And if somebody gets injured, who's the most likely to get injured?
The most likely is already out, injured.
Yes. Second most likely is there right now. Second most likely is there with the team right now.
Is he?
Yes. Second most likely.
Who is he?
And you figure out. First most likely is out.
He's out.
Second most likely is there. Okay. PJB. Virat plays better in ODI series against.
Better play
the ODI series against Zimbabwe. Haven't we been playing for too many T20? I missed the 5 ODI series. It's been far too long. Love from Texas. That's nice.
So I think we're playing too many.
That's the Wild Wild West, isn't it?
Texas.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
Yes.
The Lone Star State.
Guns and roses.
No roses.
Not
guns
too many
and
roses.
cactus.
Only guns.
The guns and cactus there.
Yes.
So,
the Mexican border.
In fact, he makes a valid point. By the way, I did make that mention that,
Zimbabwe
also.
Jao, run banao.
But you have to see again, if you're trying to find form, then don't miss the West Indies ODI. Now I think
last time an ODI great from India had a successful Zimbabwe tour. You know what happened with him.
Last time in
the player who was playing JP Atre.
No. He didn't have a successful. He didn't. I was there on that.
At least he scored 100.
Yes, I was there on that tour. That infamous tour in Zimbabwe. I love Zimbabwe. It's a beautiful country. And then there were 2 major controversies there on that tour.
You wrote a letter also, then handed it over to Greg Chappell that you can please leak it to the media.
I did not.
I'll be the first one to report.
No, I did not.
I have seen in the past
I have not.
Because I am on Sports Today.
This is question again.
Raj, I am on Sports Today. That's why I'm not.
He cannot be in 2 places at one time. Manas Bhardwaj is asking Rahul uncle, are you going to West Indies for covering the series?
Yeah, Manas, you didn't ask me whether I was going to England. You didn't ask me whether I am going to Zimbabwe. You didn't ask me whether I am going
Ireland also
to Sri Lanka in case West Indies. Why West Indies?
Acha, by the way, the Zimbabwe thing, I just reminded. We were playing a game this 2-3 days ago, you remember? So we're just sitting and we were just planning, what happens in India. So we were calculating, okay, when does Asia Cup start? All of us, while batting was happening, we were discussing. So we said, this is when West Indies gets over, and then this is where Asia. So we saw, one full gap, almost 1 month, 20-odd day gap had come up in the middle.
But
so there's too much of a gap. So at that time I said, don't worry, no. Then I said, don't worry. Something BCCI will find. So somebody said, "Arey, kuch nahi hoga, Sri Lanka will come over." Something.
That used.
And then
That would happen in all
within 1 hour, email India go to Zimbabwe. I said, there you go. Somehow or the other,
They'll just fill that
cannot
calendar.
find it.
But Asia Cup, now I think the situation is...
No, it will happen in Sri Lanka.
But what has happened now, the Prime Minister, the President, both are absconding from their own country.
But it's not violent. Now people are swimming in the
But
president's house.
But
and
it's a
they're
law.
doing gym in
It's
their
a law
house.
and order issue.
Yeah,
Tomorrow
but
it'll
come down.
Tomorrow they can.
It'll come down. There's still a long time to go.
No, but tomorrow they can take over the team hotels also.
Yeah, but I think
A lot of things can happen. And now the police force, in fact, the policemen, they are joining the protests. That's
But that's what I'm saying. There's still some time if things come in control. Then the alternate venue, if it was to happen last moment, can only be one.
India.
Or UAE. India. Without fail,
If
one way
that
or the
happens.
other.
Yeah. That's most likely. That's what happens.
And here you'll get good passes. Not those vendor passes.
Yes.
But I should get one of those passes. I need one.
Yeah,
so that
so you can be anywhere.
Actually a lot of people ask for these passes whenever there's a match in Delhi.
Vendor pass.
I also want to give somebody.
We'll arrange it. Love Current Tour is saying, still think the Indian team are trying too many players. What's the point of making Dhawan captain when he is not in your scheme of things? Love from New Orleans.
He's been made captain in ODIs.
Yes.
So to be fair, he does play ODIs.
Correct.
Maybe we will see him and Rohit Sharma opening the innings for
Yeah.
India in the next World Cup at home.
Oh, most likely, yeah.
So Love Current, I mean, Shikhar is going to be part of the ODI setup. We think he'll play that next ODI World Cup also.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to be judging him as captain. I think they're just rotating players, also trying to give rest to a lot of players. Too many things happening at the moment, so nothing wrong with that. However, having said that, the only surprising bit is I think Virat should have gone and played that series. Said it earlier.
Play the
ODI series and
West Indies. Maybe if. Anyways.
Also, Love Current sent us love from New Orleans. Nice little place to be.
I mentioned it, yes.
Oh, you ले लिया, maybe.
वो लेने में लगा हुआ अरे राज अरे I understand
From New York.
Oh, another one. Well,
It
going
is-
international.
thank you very much for your love yaar but if it is dry
You don't have to answer.
even in monsoons if it is dry so I can't
चलो
No, wait.
और है कुछ नहीं है.
Shivam, yaar.
Yeah, Shivam.
कुछ
I
भी.
mean, the least you can do is at least filter these comments.
Exactly.
That's one thing you can do when you're sitting there.
सुपर चैट में पढ़ नहीं रहा हूँ एकदम ऐसे स्नैपशॉट
I think he just instantly snapshot it and read it.
चलो
Bas.
कोई नहीं
अच्छा ये आंसर करो. Siddharth Singh Parmar wants to know, do you guys see any changes in tomorrow's game?
yes
No.
Deepak Hooda
Justice
You
Hooda.
see that change?
justice for Deepak Hooda
So who does he come in for?
no I think they should actually go in with the same 11 and they will most
They will,
likely.
they will.
Yes, I
unless
agree.
there's an injury
In the words of
just before the toss
no, but by the way, it's just a one-day change. So maybe they may have said that in that one day we might make some changes. I don't know.
Yeah.
maybe Bhuvi can get some rest but
Yeah, Bhuvi can.
Yeah, he's been playing non-stop actually.
he's the only player
No, Hardik can get some rest if you want.
but Hardik
You'd want
Yeah,
to
but
give him a
I'm
little more
coming
momentum.
after
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Actually, I would play this same team.
Same.
If you ask me.
exactly if England are the best team in this format in the world irrespective of the rankings
Yeah.
or they are regarded as the best team why wouldn't you wouldn't want to win 3-0 against them Rohit Sharma mentioned that there will be a change tomorrow so will Umran play
Oh, then yes.
Yeah, they could try bowlers. They could. Bowlers can be.
I think Bhuvi is the only
One who's played non-stop in that
Harshal.
regard.
Harshal.
No, Harshal's gotten rotated a couple of games. He did.
Harshal is getting to play that he should be thankful to
No, but I'm saying they may rest now because it's also a
he's-
one-day gap.
But he did rest in
I
the
think,
island games.
Harshal, why would Harshal? I don't think Harshal would want to take rest. If there's one person who you can give rest to, that is Bhuvneshwar Kumar. But the rhythm in which Bhuvneshwar is at the moment, I think even he wouldn't. Everybody would want to play.
Keep playing, yeah.
Yeah. Vishesh Rawar is saying kudos to Rohit and Rahul Dravid. Going by past evidence, Bhuvi and Kuldeep would have been history if it was the past team manager. I completely
Valid point,
agree.
yes.
Yeah.
We've actually pointed that out at the start of our show of how much confidence that they've given Bhuvaneshwar. So credit for Bhuvaneshwar to come back into form, also recover from that injury and come back into his rhythm. But credit to the management also to have backed him. Rohan Agarwal wants to know why is Bhuvi not playing tests. I think the fitness was an issue and he wasn't finding full fitness. Now he is back into full fitness. But if you remember, there was a major controversy some time ago where Bhuvi himself
Had to come out.
Yes, he had opted out of test matches. Maybe he's keen to play more white ball cricket.
True.
I think that could be a personal choice.
Yash Singh is saying Akshar Patel cannot be a backup for Jadeja, question mark. He is thinking, I think.
Hence
No,
the
he
emoji.
cannot
He
be.
can't be.
He is a backup, all right. But I think Jadeja most likely will go to the World Cup. I don't know whether they'll take an exact backup. They may take another spinner, but not an exact backup. Prajwal Chinchpale,
Chinchpale, yeah.
Chinchpale wants to know. I think today Virat was in a dual mind. I think he thought like he should play his natural game, and after good power play, he tried to hit out and got out. What do you think?
Correct.
Prajwal, actually, we pointed that.
I just read the first sentence and I thought that this was going the right way. I think he's right.
He's right. No. If you mid-inning show, if you hadn't seen what we said for the first time, we saw him play a shot like that. He gets out, yes, playing on or misjudging the length of the ball or the line, or he's been beaten by spin sometime, or has gotten behind. All of that has happened. But this time was a shot that he was not in control of. We were talking that this was very unlike Virat kind of a shot. Yes, whether it was because of all the pressure or the news that is coming that he's under the scanner where they're looking at the form and that pressure he's taking on him, whether it was after the talk that he may have had with the team management where the team management has said everyone has to play attacking game and he's taken that too seriously. But even if he has, I think sometimes we miscalculate what attacking cricket means. I mean, attacking cricket doesn't mean from the word go just go bang bang.
Exactly.
So you could take your time.
And attacking cricket doesn't mean that you have to score every ball. You have to
Correct.
go.
Every ball doesn't have to be
Exactly.
a 6. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, this was very strange from Virat. It usually doesn't happen, and that's why I thought for the first time that was a under pressure batsman shot. It wasn't that he got beaten or there was any technical deficiency or there was something
Some
that the
ball of the
bowler
century,
did or whatever. So yes, something that he needs to think about. Whether going forward, or I don't know, maybe this is the approach team has taken. Maybe there could be one guy who's told that, listen, you can play a normal game while everyone else plays attacking. But I don't think the Indian team is thinking like that right now. Looking at the way everyone played, it seems to be that template that go all out. Satvik Das is saying, why does Livingston have a helmet cam? That's because Satvik, the broadcasters are trying this. If you saw in the test match, Ollie Pope had it while fielding at short leg, and now they're giving it to the batsman. We've seen it before. It's happened in the 100 that England were playing. It's happened
Domestic
in the BBL.
cricket.
Yeah,
Not
BBL.
Franchisee cricket, not international.
Not international.
Not
cricket,
international.
no?
That's what I said. It's happened in 100 and in BBL before. So it's just an addition to this game, just to make it more interesting. Something like you see in Formula One.
Helmet cams and all
Helmet
that.
cam, and then the driver has it here.
Another
the
visor
cockpit
cam.
and
Yeah, very nice.
In Formula One, still it is fine. In cricket, maybe things have evolved in cricket over the years. But at least if I don't know if somebody asked me to do this in international cricket, although I'm not.
No, it won't make too much of a difference. Even I thought, but it's very light. Doesn't add any weight or make it very uncomfortable. You won't even know that it's there. That's how small and light it is.
No,
So
that I
it doesn't
understand.
affect you at all.
But back of your mind, there is something.
No, I would if let's say it was in my vision, like I could see it like here,
If it was here or something.
somewhere, or it was heavy and I could feel the weight. Then I would be. I was just trying to think that if I can't see it and it has no extra weight, then it doesn't bother.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting to see the output. So if I'm getting to see the output of that camera, then that's distracting. I don't know what is being shot there and what is the images that are being played while you're batting. It just doesn't distract me at all.
Sure.
It's there and somebody's seeing it. It's like a driver, right? Formula 1 driver who's driving. It's there. He has nothing to do with it.
That's fine. But I wonder if somebody
which is own, you may get.
I wonder if a Tendulkar or a Gavaskar would have done this. Never. Because they were so particular about their things.
But to be fair, Gavaskar spent much of his career even without a helmet. So, what helmet, Cam?
He used to wear that skull cap.
Skull cap.
Maybe I would have put on the skull cap.
So maybe then the broadcaster
Do you know the
would have-
interesting story about that skull cap? That skull cap that he used to wear for his protection. Many years later, he found out, some doctor told him, because that wasn't scientifically tested. He just wore it thinking that no helmet, skull cap, wear it. If the ball gets hit, at least my skull will be safe.
Yes.
Somebody told him that was very dangerous. Had he ever got hit, that would have been the end of him. Because it's better not to wear it, because if you get hit, the impact is spread automatically. With a skull cap, it will get concentrated in one area, and that could have been fatal. So he says, thank God I never got hit.
Only once throughout his career.
And he wasn't wearing the skull cap then.
What luck?
Once, imagine.
Yeah, he says only after I finished playing did someone tell me that was a bad decision.
Bad idea.
Yeah, to be wearing the skull cap.
We have another.
Nitesh Sharma is saying, come to Himachal and give me an opportunity for hospital.
Nitish, come to
Nitish,
Himachal.
where in Himachal?
Where in Himachal?
We
I'll
go a
go
lot.
there.
I thought spent many years in Himachal.
Then you don't need to go. I'll come then.
No, but depends which part of Himachal.
Nitish, where in Himachal? I have to go to beer billing. I haven't done. I have to do that.
I want to go to Kasol, where it's in Himachal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kasol and Tirthan Valley, which is close to it.
Beer billing, I just have to do that paragliding. I know, but it is.
Dangerous.
No, it is not dangerous because this time also I had the opportunity, but I chose not to do that because I wanted to do paragliding in beer billing because when it was introduced, so a lot of these paragliders.
There's where you just went also there is paragliding.
Yeah. So
did you do it?
These people, what they do throughout the country, all these gliders, they take their training from beer billing.
Oh.
And then go and.
Why did you do where you had just gone?
Because their takeoff point was somewhere very, I was at a higher altitude then.
What is the super chat? Super chat. Feel sad for Venki. Dude performed in limited opportunities and even for Shardul too. Yes, others are performing, but what did they do wrong? Lafkaran, they didn't do anything wrong, but they did also set the stage on fire.
Yeah.
With Venkatesh also, unfortunately, I think he's now, when he was selected, rushed decision. So now they didn't really have much of a problem sending him away from the system because again, he was part of the squads, didn't get a game. He was part of South Africa, Ireland, didn't get a game. They said, okay, probably we don't need him. So
he came in as
a Hardik backup.
Exactly, a Hardik backup. The moment Hardik
is back, we don't need the backup.
Exactly, and
and there is a difference, to be honest.
Of course,
Hardik,
of course.
Either there has to be potential or there has to be delivery.
If there's neither, then there's a problem.
So we are just outsiders. Selectors need to see.
You're not outsider. Salman Butt has said that you are influencing decisions. And you will have to pay for your sins.
Destroyed Virat Kohli as a captain.
You'll have to pay for those sins, he said. You're not outsider.
Mandi.
Oh, in Mandi.
His friend is a paraglider as well.
Beer, he has friends in beer. No, beer is just a few hours game. Paragliding done, then I can come to Mandi, Kasol, anywhere.
His friend is a paraglider, so next time you want to go, he'll set you up. Come on, man. Nitish, if I go to Kasol, I'll let you know. Whenever I plan, whenever I get some time.
I need anyways.
What is Siddharth Singh Parmar saying? Do you guys really think that after losing captaincy, Virat still not recovered mentally? That's why he is trying too many things but not sticking to the basics. I don't know how much this captaincy. See, actually, his form had deserted him before he let go of his captaincy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Captaincy happened now. Form deserted him for some time now. But I think that did play a part in I don't know. I just to look at him. I always thought that Virat was this alpha male in the group, and that kind of worked in his favor. That gave him that confidence of performing on the ground as well. It was just an extension of what he was off the ground. You could see that personality on the ground as well. I think when you're not captain, then you cannot just be that alpha male of the group anymore, and certain doubts creep in. Whether that have had any impact on his batting, very tough for us to say, but it may have made some sort of a difference in the personality of Virat for sure. From him being this dominant guy who almost ran Indian cricket, to being a guy who had to let go of his captaincy. We all know what happened in that circumstance. It must have taken a toll on him personally. Whether it's had an impact on his batting and I don't know. It's coincided with his batting form, yes. So you could draw your own conclusions. We can't say with any certainty. I think only Virat can answer that question. But yes, I'm just looking at, alpha males. If you look at it in society, they like to be in a dominant position. They like to be, guys taking the decision and taking things forward from there. As soon as that's taken away from them, it does impact
Alpha males.
Yeah.
Do you know any alpha male?
I do, but nobody is as famous as. No, I'm saying in general. So, like in groups you realize, right? I went to boarding school, so in every group there'll be an alpha male. And then even in workplaces, you could all your life you'll realize, there's certain people who like things to be about themselves more than the team and things like that. And once that's taken away from them, they will do anything to restore that back. And that happens in each society. It could be in a workplace, it could be in a sport team, it could be in a classroom, it could be in any group. That happens, right? I don't know. You guys have ever experienced that?
Panic?
It happens.
Or panic?
Panic
probably.
Panic is saying, what do you think of esports in India?
I'm not an expert, so I wouldn't know. Shane?
I'm hardly an expert in esports.
Esports, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
That being said,
I'm not talking about in the entire world. And maybe in times to come, in years to come, you never know. Esports, I think esports has already been introduced in Asian Games.
Yes,
of course, it was not a medal event. It was not a medal event in the sense they did get the medal, just that the medals were not counted
in the tally.
In the medals tally. So, and I think in years to come you will see esports in Olympics, because organizing an Olympic Games is becoming a very, very expensive exercise.
Always the case.
Always
everyone loses money.
But no, that's fine. But Nikhil, in in times that we are living in this day and age, it's actually getting very. So you may have to introduce a game or a sport like esports in Olympics because of the money that is involved.
The money that they will bring, and also organizing it very easy.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I have limited exposure.
If you know, or if you
No, I know of somebody
can get your daughter introduced to esports.
I like one of my birthdays somebody gifted me in those days PlayStation and all that. It was pretty big, and I said, if you don't mind, can I take this to a store and exchange it for something that I would like? Because for me, sport has to be real. You have to go and play and execute it. There should be some physical. So, what is sport about? You're judging the mental and the physical ability of a person, right? And I don't think that sitting on a computer and doing it is that. So whatever sport,
maybe at times, your hand-eye coordination.
No, hand-eye coordination.
Arey, MS Dhoni.
Yeah, play cricket.
MS Dhoni would be glued to.
Apart from
all
that,
these players, MS Dhoni, Yuzi Chahal, they were glued to their television set for these.
But they,
no, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that just
I would like
spend your entire day playing those esports.
as for leisure, for fun, perhaps.
But it's very addictive. I don't play though. I don't play.
I can't tell you from experience it's addictive.
Yeah, it's very addictive.
No, so I'd rather play a real sport, and anyway there are so many other things you're addicted to. For example, OTT, my phone, books, and there's so many other things to do that I have no time to do that. So I don't know where people will find the time. Congratulations for 88K. Thank you so much, says Vansh Jain.
Arey wah, thank you very much. Congratulations to you guys too.
Karan, Jayesh, who's the alpha male of sports? We have no alpha male. At least I would like to.
We are all males.
Yeah.
All males, no alpha.
No alphas, no females.
No beta.
No alphas, no females.
And certainly no gamma.
Okay, shall we?
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you for your company. It was great. Tomorrow is another day,
Not the decider though.
and my mic is off. So why don't you guys finish and say bye?
The mic is off?
Yes.
Apparently.
I know. I could see in the comments. So please.
Okay. Chalo, see you. Good night.
Right?
Tomorrow, what time?
Tomorrow, same time.
Same time, same
6:45.
place.
Not 6:45, 6:15.
So remember, same time, same place, same channel. So please join us.
Everything same. Just
Everything
that we may
same.
have one more addition to the panel. Huh?
Don't forget to
And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you know when we're going live and uploading new
Vanakkam.
videos.
Vanakkam.
And yes, good night. Vanakkam.